Hey, what's up, Tingy?
What's going on, dude? Just got done with some cooking.
Nice. What'd you cook up?
Spicy rigatoni with scallops, chilies, fried up some chilies with some garlic.
Nice.
Then I made a Parmesan egg yolk sauce.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Grant
Yeah.
couldn't even stand to hear that. He got so upset when you started talking about how you can cook.
My boy went fancy mode. He went chef mode.
He heard that you weren't cooking a hot dog and he left.
Grant's like, if it's not chips, I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, got some fresh scallops and shrimp at the fish market.
Nice.
How are you going to cook up those scallops?
Dude, I just put them on the I just seared them.
Nice.
Just a little crispy edge around the outside.
Have you
Got
ever
some
tried
garlic in there.
You ever tried just throwing them in the microwave?
Go Grant style.
Scallops. Yeah, dude.
Let's start pushing the narrative that Grant just can't cook at all.
He's a better cook than me. I know that.
Yeah, exactly. And we're just like, just throw them in the microwave, Grant style.
Doing this Grant style. Yeah,
how you guys doing?
Dunk them in the toilet, put them in the microwave, let it go.
Dunk them in. Yeah, I kind of use a toilet water sauce.
Dropped them on the floor a couple times, got some cat hair on them, and threw them in the microwave.
Yeah, I boiled the pasta. I boiled the hot dogs in toilet water.
All you gotta do is flush the. You put a little screen over the hole and flush the toilet a couple times.
Dude,
very clever.
I'm kind of like rolling.
First off,
I come in here, I'm like, what, is your girlfriend home? It smells like it.
First off, welcome to the We Cool podcast. Podcast where we apologize for things. Our guest this evening is Pearl Rose. Pearl, fantastic Wolves crew neck, by the way.
Thank you.
That is a beaut.
I'm extremely jealous. I want to go to my room and show you the Timberwolves sweater jacket that I got for Christmas. Do you want to see it?
Sweater jacket.
Yeah, go get it.
A windbreaker sweater.
I bought this from like a teenager on Depop.
Okay, yeah. I've been going in on Depop recently.
Yeah.
What is Depop?
It's an app, right? Or is it a website? I use the app.
It's an app, and it's like a hip Gen Z Poshmark.
Oh.
So it's like all the little like rich
Pearl.
Gen Z. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's see it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Damn, nice.
that is nice.
Nice. Little Coach Tommy.
Very
Yeah,
stoked for that one.
you're gonna have to cook scallops for two with that one.
Oh yes.
You're gonna have to feed that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Tommy, do you know Depop? You ever been on there?
That's why I got this.
Is it the clothing?
Yeah. It's mostly like young rich kids who like raided the thrift stores selling a bunch of bullshit.
Damn.
Yeah, and they make TikTok videos where they like promote their shit.
But once in a while you find like a rich kid who's like dumb and doesn't know that they have something good, and then you can buy it for cheap.
I've gotten a lot of like old Vikings stuff off there. They have good old sports memorabilia if you want like vintage shit like that.
Nice.
There's so many like Brooklyn kids who like do that shit, and you're like, wait, and they're like, yeah, that's my job. It's what I do for a living, and you're like, no, it's not. Like your dad. What does your dad do? And they're like, oh, my dad owns the jungle. Like,
my dad's the king of the jungle. He's a lion.
My dad owns the desert and the jungle and water. Yeah, that's actually our family.
My dad destroys the rainforest. He's the guy doing that.
Yeah, my dad works for the CIA and destabilizes governments in South America, but I sell clothes off Depop.
Oh, my dad just bought the sun. Has all the energy from the sun. But yeah, I do.
My family owns space. We own a portion of the solar system that we're currently in.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
You just own the kids in Bangladesh who made the clothes, you know? It's like, no, it's actually...
Yeah. Well, that's step one.
But I walk dogs.
Yeah.
I'm a dog walker. That's how I pay for my apartment.
The condo that I own.
Suck my dick, rich listeners.
Yeah. Anyone who's rich should be killed.
Yes.
That person is... I'm also a socialist. I'm also a socialist, too.
Well, I'm more of an anarchist. who believes that my dad shouldn't own space. I don't think my dad should own the sun.
I don't like that my dad owns the sun.
Because then when he yells at me, I get mad at him. And that makes me not love him as much. But he does pay for everything. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's like my last ex, or no, 2 exes ago. My second COVID boyfriend. He was like a
My
socialist.
second COVID boyfriend.
But I had 3 altogether. But
Wow.
he back to back to back.
Each one richer than the last.
No, not the case. It went down. No, the second one was the most rich. He was like a socialist who works in progressive tax policies, but one of his parents was VP at Merrill Lynch.
What the fuck?
Which is pretty funny because, yeah, he is like, my dad owned the sun, but I don't think he should.
VP at Merrill Lynch.
But I'll tell you, he wasn't a socialist about eating that pussy. You know what I'm saying? He was not.
Hell yeah.
The love was not spreading around.
Oh no, in a bad way.
Yeah.
He was
He
very
thought-
much a capitalist.
He thought a
Yeah.
private company should be hired to eat the pussy, not
Yeah.
the government.
Yeah, it wasn't a public good.
Yeah, that's your privates. That's your privates.
Private sector.
That's the private sector. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
I'm just getting really annoyed with just the rich people in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It was really getting to me this week.
Well, that's
You
They
know.
are more mentally redacted.
It turns me into like almost like a conservative because I'm like, get a damn job, because they come into like my restaurant and
Yeah.
and they're not, and it's like noon on a Monday and we're like slammed, and I'm like, these people need to go to work.
Yeah,
you
dude,
know?
it must be nice being in Brooklyn where you can see actual rich people, because here I just get mad at people who have work from home jobs. You know,
Dude,
I'm like, you're
Minnesota, though,
basically rich.
There's like a ton of billionaires who live in like Minnesota, like Minnetonka.
That
Yeah,
makes
no,
sense.
if you hang out in Linden Hills, there's like a bakery over there I like to go to sometimes, but the vibes are insane.
Really?
And I'm always
Which one?
Cafe Cerise.
Okay,
I feel like a fucking asshole just saying it. But
Why?
but
Linden
yeah,
Hills has a lot of great spots.
It's true.
It's got
It's
some spots.
cute.
It's cute. The fucking
I'm gonna
croissants
say
are
it.
banging.
It's cute as hell.
It is cute as hell, but it is like it's always popping there. The baristas are always like in a bad mood playing Radiohead, and it is like no one wants to work anymore because what are all those people doing there in the middle of the day?
There's
Yeah.
only so many good Radiohead songs you can listen to, you know, before
That-
you get in a bad mood.
I'll say this: I'm not the biggest fan of that band, and people fucking love that
Yeah.
band so much. Are you guys Radiohead heads?
I've
I
started
like
listening to them more.
I like
now.
the 4 songs that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What are the 4 songs, Tommy? Earth, Wind, Fire.
There's Creep.
Yeah.
Creep
Creep 2.
and Creep 2, Duplass Brothers.
yeah.
Mark Duplass.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one, Subterranean Homesick Alien. I like that one.
What's the one
See,
where he's
even
like
the
plastic
song names
trees?
piss me off.
There's
Oh yeah,
some
fake
of-
plastic trees.
I like that
That's a
song.
good song.
That's a good
Yeah.
song, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That song makes me...
Your ex-boyfriend wasn't giving you a lot of Radiohead, if you know what I'm talking about.
Just fucking
That was some
yeah.
radio silence.
sounds like TV killed his Radiohead. You know what I'm saying?
Folks,
Come on. Give me some money.
please.
please give us
Trying
money.
to podcast over here. Come
We
on.
do not have a Patreon. Just send money to us individually each
Venmo
month.
Pearl $20. Please.
Thank you.
Venmo me some
Or
money.
go down on me.
DM Pearl.
Send her
okay?
$20 and then slide into the DMs on Venmo at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you know what was annoying about that guy is like he did have that like gifted kid energy. Like he
Yeah.
went to a really expensive private school in New York that was like $50,000 a year. And it's like,
Jeez.
how are you not even trying at eating pussy? You know,
Right.
like
You
you
should
didn't
feel
try-
bad.
Yeah.
Well, he was too busy thinking outside the box to eat inside the box. you know?
Fuck you, dude.
Folks.
Come on, send me some
Come on,
money.
send me
Seriously,
money,
please. I need money so bad.
I need money desperately.
Because that's the thing. Sometimes guys get too creative, and they don't just go back to the basics of eating pussy and
Yeah.
and working with their hands and mouth.
Yeah, stop focusing on the messaging. And
Just
start
eat the
fo-
pussy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the episode title.
They're
Eat
getting
dog
bogged.
pussy.
They're getting bogged down in the theory. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You gotta sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty.
Sometimes you need to put the owner's manual down, and you just need to dive in.
just start
Alright?
turning a wrench
We're like
on that.
3 guys who've never eaten pussy before. We're like, sometimes you just got to put down the belt and take up the hammer and
Sometimes you put
I have never had sex.
Sometimes you got to put the spoon and the fork down. You got to eat that soup with your hands, brother. You got to scoop it.
Just three versions trying to come up with sexual innuendos.
And it's all just power tools.
And we're just like, sometimes you got to brush your teeth 3 times a day, if you know what I'm saying. It's like, what?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what you're saying at all.
Sometimes you got to take your pants off before you get in the bed.
Sometimes you got to put your pants on one arm at a time, if you know what I'm trying to say in a sexual way.
If you're gonna have sex, you got to double check
Does
the
anybody
parachute.
know a woman?
Would love to
I would
talk
like to meet one someday.
to any woman.
I'm curious about was the socialist man-child did he use his dad's resources or was he off on his own? Like,
I mean, like he acted like he was off on his own, you know, because he wouldn't let us buy expensive vegetables at the grocery store.
see, that's some bullshit.
Because it's that
that's
like
weird.
real like extra rich people like to act like they don't have money.
Yeah.
You know, they're like.
They're like covering up in like a weird way. They're like Venmo requesting you like $4.50 for like a croissant.
That's
and
the
you're
other
like,
thing, dude.
You know,
Yeah,
poor
there's-
people don't do this.
No, the Venmo request,
all of my friends owe me $80 and I owe them $80. This is called a community. This
Buy
is
me a
network.
drink.
100%.
It's not buy the nice quinoa. You know,
Yeah.
like what the fuck?
100%.
Don't get the good and gather. Get the fucking.
Me and my 12 friends operate under a you owe me a beer economy. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. Like, so like obviously, so he wasn't like actively taking money from his dad at the time, but obviously that had influenced the jobs he was able to get because, you know, you get a master's, your dad pays for rent, all that kind of stuff. And I remember one time we were in an argument and he was like, I've worked since I was 16 years old. And he said it like it was this like badge of honor. And I was like, so have I and all of my friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
And
just-
also,
you mean he's worked?
you've worked at daddy jobs. You haven't worked like.
I think
you
he
know
got
what I
like a
mean?
catering
Daddy
job.
daycare.
Still.
He had worked in food service. He had worked in the service industry, so that's why he felt like
I know, but
Yeah,
that's
he was
like
like, oh, I
fucking-
served
that's
the
like
troops.
summer camp for those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You know, it's like it's like almost like a cosplay, dude. I'm a fucking
Yeah.
lifer.
Yeah, yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I don't have a that hit me the other. I was like in the kitchen, like, dude, I'm a fucking lifer. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be because I did it for over a decade, and now I'm living with my mom. And I was like, Mom, I can't go back to serving. I'm gonna flip out on a customer.
Right. If I don't get a job on a show, I'm done. I'm in the kitchen. That's
That
what it
sucks.
is.
I'm
Yeah,
in
they
I'm in rich people's homes, but not not like enjoying it.
No, Ryan's doing the most fucked up stuff to take out his like
not as an
angst
equal.
towards them.
That's my New Year's resolution. Is I'm gonna stop throwing buckets of shit in the rich part of town, and I'm gonna start throwing it in the
Have you
poor
heard
part of town too to even things out a little bit.
Has he told you about this, Pro? Shit's in the
This is after he was like, "Oh, you should work with me. It's a great gig."
Yeah, well,
And then he was like,
I think I got my GI figured out because I haven't shit in a bucket. I have a little sign on my truck. And it says, been 200 days without shitting in a bucket.
But see, the thing about Ryan is if he has a blue collar job, what he's going to do is he's going to try and convince everybody around him, not just himself, that this is a good job.
Yes.
It's not enough to convince
see.
himself that it's a good job.
Yeah.
He needs to recruit others.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want friends. I want.
No, it's what-
Also, I want enough socialists to start working at my job so I can unionize.
It's what he does.
I've seen you do this like 4 times with 4 different
"Were you just trying to
individuals.
recruit all
No,
these
dude,
stand-up
Ryan, like,
comics to your fucking job that you hate, dude?"
Ryan just wants people to be a part of whatever he's doing. Like if he takes out a $7,000 loan, he's gonna
I almost
call all of
convinced
his
a couple
friends and he's
people
like,
to do that.
Listen, you're gonna want to also have $7,000.
Yeah, you have it now. No, I'm saying right now you can have $7,000.
And only right now.
Okay, I'm in.
Here's my trick. And I think, they just asked me if I want to restructure my loan. Or no, if I want to take out a new loan for less money. Here's my trick. So I took out a $7,000 loan thinking, hey, I'm not going to just save $7,000, but if I have to pay $100 a month, I'm not really going to miss the $100, right? So like, then what I'll do,
$100 is not actually real.
That's what I'm saying.
Anything under 100.
Then I'll just have $7,000. If I save that $7,000 5 years from now, I'll stop making payments. It'll be like someone just gave me $7,000.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm not going to miss the 100. But then
But then what happened?
I stopped checking my bank account and I started getting Uber Eats all the time. And then I checked my bank account and I was like, dude, someone stole $7,000 from me. And then I was looking at the receipts and I was like, damn, I did this to me, dude. I did. And now, you know.
Yeah, I hate math.
But
man.
here's the thing. They just reached out. They were like, you can get another $7,000 loan for a lower interest rate. So here's what I could do. I could take out another $7,000 loan, pay off my old one, and now I'm paying like $80 a month.
Now you're chasing it though, dude. There's
Kinda.
the house always wins.
No, but if every 2 years they keep giving me a lower rate, eventually it's going to be like a negative interest rate where they're
Yeah,
paying me
now
money
they're
to take
paying you.
$7,000.
Nah, dude,
Yeah.
you're doing like fear and loathing with your fucking financial
I mean, dude, my
situation.
girlfriend, here's the thing. I don't have rich parents, but my girlfriend will be rich in like 3 years.
If she therapizes,
Dude, if
is
she
that a word?
monopolizes therapy, she can. If
She's
she,
gonna be like normal,
Therapizes?
like
Yeah, what
medium
if-
rich though.
Therapizes
She's
enough
not gonna be
children?
like rich.
yeah, but
What's-
she'll what?
What's the verb?
What
To do
monopolize?
therapy to.
Do you therapize? Is
I
that
don't think there's a verb.
I've
think it's
therapized, philosophized.
Therapied.
No, therapy.
I got
pooped. Okay,
Don,
listen.
you got that's
Did
what-
therapy?
Yeah.
I feel like did therapy isn't right either.
I did therapy.
to you.
Happy therapy.
I did therapy on you.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, it does.
I think therapize is a word.
I think it is.
Oh, I'm gonna therapy the fuck out of you, dude. You're gonna
Yeah,
get
girl.
therapied up the
I'm
ass.
gonna therapy your pussy.
Actually, the rich guy thought I should be a therapist because
Really?
he wanted me to make more money. Yeah. And I
Damn.
was like, I don't want to hear
I
other
was-
people's problems.
I was seeing a girl who's from New York, was very rich, which I found out her parents bought her. I don't even know. I shouldn't say. Just like,
Is she not talking about these in her videos?
dude, her parents own the apartment building she lives in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The whole
Not
building.
the whole building, not the.
So really, for her to
Apartment.
only get one apartment, that's not that much. You know, they could give her the
kind
whole
of the
building.
least they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't really care if if I'm saying too much details, but I haven't said her name, but she's fucking doing her own thing. So
That's
She's-
nice.
she's talking about me. She was a comedian, so she's talking about me on the internet. So that's fine.
Yeah.
So
People
I
are,
can say
people are
that.
coming to your defense now. Dude, I was going to tell you, one of her videos, like, she was like, something about,
don't know.
like, do you want to, yeah, we'll say later.
is this okay? Who
cares,
I don't wanna,
dude? Who
'cause
cares?
here's the thing: she can put me on blast, but I still respect other people's boundaries because I'm nice. So I don't even know.
I don't know,
just-
but I was just going to say,
You're a good Minnesota boy.
I'll
That's the
remember,
thing.
I'll remember this time.
off air, I will say terrible things. Too.
But
I will talk
dude,
a lot of shit.
Dude, this like therapy account, like, quote, like on like TikTok, like reposted one of her videos. So it was about you. She was like something about like a guy who's like not ready to be in a relationship or something. And then like it was just this therapy guy who was like, lots of people are in relationships and shouldn't be in relationships. And I wanted to comment and just be like, no, this chick is like insane. This is like an insane person.
Also, it's okay to not want to be in a relationship.
yeah, yeah.
It's like it's not a crime to break up with somebody. Like to be like, this isn't working for me. And then she's like, you're bad at communicating.
No, that is
and I'm
a
like,
crime. That is a
and I'm
crime.
like, no, I'm
Tommy.
communicating very clearly that I'm not happy right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like that's okay. I don't understand.
Yeah, but if I watch her videos, it seems like there's another
You're like,
side to the story.
you're bad.
Yeah,
though.
dude. It seems
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I'm a bad guy for not wanting to be in a relationship. I don't even fucking even.
No,
understand.
if you're a dude in your 20s and you're smashing and you don't want to be in a relationship, you are getting blown up in a group chat. You are getting destroyed in a group chat. That's that's what happens in your 20s.
That's just what it is.
That's just
Dude,
what it is.
they're sending pictures of how skinny your arms are, making fun of that.
yeah.
Talking about your freckles are actually moles.
Dude, a lot of them are moles.
Yeah, dude, you gotta play the freckle card, dude. You should get some
Yeah.
freckles tatted.
Huh?
You should get some freckles tatted on your face, dude.
Dude,
Then you could just be like, no,
it's
it's all freckles. Yeah,
You
guys
ever seen
can
girls
too.
who
Anyone
do the
can do
makeup
it.
freckles?
Yeah. You ever see a black person with freckles? I didn't know that was possible.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman has them. There's a couple.
Morgan Freeman.
It looks pretty sick on black people, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
right.
Anyways,
I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, she's rich, and
Listen, I don't think necessarily being rich makes you a bad person, but I don't know. There's something. I don't know. There's
But
a
I
little,
do.
But I do just a little bit. Unless you I don't know. I would say unless you do enough mushrooms to be a better person, but I feel like there's a lot of tech bros doing ayahuasca and stuff and fucking nothing.
They really have hijacked the psychedelics is like Joe Rogan libertarian types, you know?
Yeah, white
then
people
they-
are getting out of pocket
Dude,
with
you-
their
well,
psychedelic use.
You know you're fucked up if you take mushrooms and you're using it to be like, all right, how can I make more money?
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy a thing to be better at your job is like such dork shit.
How
Dude,
do I buy the sun? You're standing
You're
on the
supposed to
sun.
take
having-
mushrooms in the woods with your best friends and
Dude, that's
freak
why
out.
Steve Jobs is
Take
such
a
a
day
piece
off
of
work.
shit, dude. He came up with the iPhone when he did mushrooms.
and then just fucking died.
Yeah.
Just left us with that fucking time
got
bomb.
cancer and ruined everyone's
Ruined
brains.
society, then just fucking
Yeah.
pieced out.
Dude, meanwhile, I take mushrooms. I'm looking at a stream for 3 hours. Look at it,
Yeah.
babble.
You're like, I'm
Dude,
gonna
it
die.
truly-
Looking
I'm
at
it
gonna
it,
actually
die
I'm
does.
someday.
sitting next to you. Pearl, one time me and Ryan did shrooms in the woods, and he farted, and he wasn't high anymore. I swear
it's
to God.
crazy.
You
It's
farted
crazy.
out all
Well,
of the
because
drugs.
I think I've said
He
this on
goes,
the podcast.
he goes,
I was eating Angry Whoppers for every meal for 2 weeks. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, I would have an Angry Whopper meal. And then we were
I've
out.
never asked this. Was that a thing that you were like?
It wasn't
was that
a
decision?
challenge.
Was
Yeah,
that a
no.
decision you made where you were like, this is how I'm gonna live my life now?
I was 23 or 24, and I was just like, I love the way these taste. And so I was like, and
So
I know
you were just guided by pure impulse.
I knew they were only available for a limited time because
Okay,
it says
all
it
right.
on the wrapper. So I was like,
life used to be so beautiful.
I gotta eat enough of these to get sick of them, and I never got sick of them. But
Damn.
we were in the sun, and I'm standing in the sun. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm getting a really bad tummy ache right now. And I told Tommy, and Kagan was with us. And I told him, and they're like, oh no. And then I farted for I don't know, 12 seconds. It was a really long
yeah, it was
fart.
8 or 12. It was a big fart.
And then I was like, you guys are not gonna believe this.
Also,
I
you
am-
kept saying,
I'm no longer
you kept
on
saying out loud. You're like, don't think bad thoughts. Don't think bad thoughts.
Yeah, because I didn't want to have a
Kagan
bad
were-
time.
Yeah.
Well, and because Kagan kept talking about his dad who was about to die and he was like, you guys are so lucky your dads are so healthy. And I'm like, hey, shut up, dude. Stop
shut
telling
up,
us how
dude.
He's
healthy
not.
you're- Yeah.
He's not even that healthy.
Yeah, you went to,
He's
You're
healthy
like-
compared to your
yeah,
dad. Who
my
was
dad is still
fucked up.
my dad's still very dizzy. All right, dude. I don't want to think about how dizzy my dad is right now. That's not good.
Being on mushrooms, telling your friend to shut the fuck up about your dad. Shut up about your feelings.
Dude,
your
what
dying
did
father.
he try
you
to?
fucking
he had
piece
some,
of shit.
He tried to tell us some parable. It was like a joke where he was like, "So a farmer has an ox."
He's like, one goat, and we're like,
What?
And we're like, stop being Jewish. You're being. I'm sorry to say this on mushrooms, but you're being a little too Jewish right now. Okay, now can you tone it down, bud, please?
Can we look at this grass now?
He's like, a farmer takes a goat out into the woods, and we're like, what?
Dude, it
What
is
are you
crazy
saying?
when you're on mushrooms with Zach. Every time you look at him, he just looks like Nazi propaganda. It's like an anti-Semitic caricature.
Damn, my dating history is making sense because I love parables. I fucking love that stuff.
What's your favorite parable? Can you drop one? Or?
You gotta.
I don't know. I liked stuff where there's what's the guy who gets a ride on the turtle's back in the water? Is that a parable or is that a fable?
No, that's the movie Finding Nemo. That's the scene in Finding Nemo
No,
when
Finding
they.
Nemo
Or is it-
is a long parable.
Is it the scorpion
basically.
and the frog?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a good parable the other day. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. If no one. Fuck. What is it? Okay. Actually, this isn't a parable. This might just be a saying. Well, okay. I like this though. This is a good piece of information. If nobody's measuring up, it might be time to change your yardstick. So if you have a lot of problems, I don't know. I think it means if you have a lot of.
But I like
I think
it.
it means. I think it means if you have a lot of if you have a lot of conflicts in your life,
Yeah.
then it's you are the problem.
But what are
Yeah,
you
if you're-
measuring?
Your
Well, if you're-
standards are too high.
your standards are too high or something.
What are
like
you
that. And
measuring though? I don't understand.
A yard.
Well,
if
stop
if
measuring
nobody's
shit.
measuring up, if nobody's measuring up in
Yeah.
in whatever way possible, like maybe nobody's working hard enough, or maybe no one's nice enough to you, or whatever it is, it's like, well, maybe you need to change your yardstick. Maybe this is, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I don't know if that's I don't think that's a parable.
I don't
but
think I've ever owned a yardstick.
Yeah, yardstick is such a specific measuring
That's an old
device.
man tool.
Yeah.
I got a yardstick in
Really?
my pants. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. There you go, Pearl.
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Welcome to the pod, Pearl.
Welcome to the We Cool Podcast, a podcast where we apologize for things, demand apology. Pearl, do you have any apologies you'd like to demand, or things you'd like to apologize for? This could be exes. You mentioned you had 3 boyfriends in the course of 3 weeks.
COVID.
Yeah, I am thinking. I want an apology from. Okay, so again, not saying all rich guys are bad people, but one of the guys I went on a date with, summer 2021, in between 2 boyfriends. So I went on like a ton of Hinge dates, and I went on 3 dates with this one dude who is a corporate tax attorney. And, you know, showed up wearing like Buddha beads and like all white linen.
Oh God! Why are they again?
They're freaks.
They're
all freaks.
such freaks, but then like,
This
okay,
is
I
the
think
type
I
of
told,
rich guy I would be, though.
Low key, this is who I am too. Like I drink mushroom coffee.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
we like
Like,
went to the
and
lake. We went to the lake. We went to like have a beautiful like sunset picnic or whatever, and he had like a perfect cooler with like the perfect berries and cheeses. And then he had his like purebred poodle there, and maybe I already told you about this, but yeah, I was just like making conversation. Everything was like beautiful, and the sun was setting, and I looked at him and I was like, "Does your dog ever like eat poop?" And he got so quiet and mad, and then he was just like, "Yes, but I don't want to talk about that right now."
I can't
He
control.
told the truth. He had to tell the truth.
It's the one thing in
Why-
my life
why
that
would
I
he-
can't
why would he have a-
control.
Why would he have a child's reaction to that question?
Well, because he had like Patrick Bateman vibes, where
Yeah.
everything had to be perfect, and he was like,
Oh, that's so weird.
so he was telling me about how he gotten into this hobby of like abstract painting, and the next date we go to his place, and it was like in the North Loop, super nice apartment. And I saw some of the painting he had been doing, and it was like insane weird, like red scribbles. I was like, dude, it's like angry finger painting.
Did you
And
say
then-
that?
Can't rich people just
No,
go back
but-
to like fucking smoking cigarettes and cheating on their wives?
They
Dude,
really
You know what I
should.
mean?
They really should. They
Just-
should stop trying to
just
be good.
madmen. Stop trying to be
No,
like.
here's what
stop
I
trying
think.
to take care
No, but
of
then,
yourself.
but then no, listen to this. Okay, so then here's why I want the apology. So, okay, so he puts on. He's like, "Have you seen Soul yet?"
Dude, all right,
He's like,
honestly,
"I love
Soul
this
rips.
It is good.
It is really fucking
the
good.
The
Yeah.
Pixar movie.
So he throws Soul on, and then like
Throws Soul.
he throws Soul on, and then okay, I'm gonna embarrass myself by divulging too much, but I'm not really like I don't really hook up outside of relationships because I'm good enough at sex that like if we fuck, it's like I will make you my boyfriend, and now we're gonna try
You're
that
like, you're like,
until
much like a
Big ego
spider. Much like a
reason.
spider.
like a
now.
spider. Yeah, you're in my
Yeah.
grips until you realize I'm like emotionally unstable, and it's right around the 6-month mark. I realized
That's
like,
crazy. A guy can't just be like, yeah, I don't like having sex because I'm so fucking good at it.
Yeah. No guy has ever.
No, every girl would just be fucking obsessed with me because
Yeah.
I'm just I just fuck so well. So
No, but it's like I also, I gotta wait because I like sex is more fun to me if there's like a backstory with the person and stuff, some character development. But we start messing around to Soul. And he's like
a
fingering.
movie about not achieving your dreams. What if you die and you don't achieve your dreams?
Yeah.
So
Which
he's
can I,
like,
I have a joke about Soul.
Yeah,
really quick.
let's hear it.
It is crazy though that like every adult movie is like Avengers 23. This time they're gay, and then like a children's movie is like, what if you die and you don't become good at the thing you love? And I'm like on a plane like weeping like
Yeah.
fuck. Comedy's not going well. Fuck.
no, it's true. These Pixar movies have me fucked up. I was like crying in the nail salon at fucking
Yeah.
Encanto. I was
You're
like,
hooking up with this
oh,
guy,
shit.
like crying, like, God, did I pick the wrong career?
Yeah, so he's like fingering me to Soul, but I'm like trying to look over his shoulder because it's like kind of good. But then he's like got this weird Patrick Bateman vibe. So he covers my mouth or whatever, but then he tries to like cover my nose so I like actually can't breathe. And I think he was Patrick Bateman trying to kill me, honestly, to Soul, which is like the dude die. I'm like watching this dude die, and
He's
then
like
this
timing
guy,
it up.
Yeah,
Wait,
this
is he
guy's
trying
like
to do,
trying
like-
to kill me.
Why is he trying to do like a choking thing, or what's his?
I think
With no
That's a
discussion
suffocating
beforehand.
thing,
No,
yeah.
No, yeah, that's
He's
he's
weird.
covering your mouth.
Yeah, and my nose.
How is
Like
he
I feel like he was like trying to like bane, like
Mhm.
whatever. Like he was
Yeah.
trying to
Like
like
aggressively.
kind of, yeah. And like now, since then, I've like learned a little BJJ, so I know what to do in that situation.
what's
of,
that?
like, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Brazilian blowjob.
Oh, I thought you said
Brazilian blowjob. Yeah,
You're
you
like,
saved
oh, I just
your
blow him.
life.
Oh, I'm gonna shave him. He just started shaving his dick.
Yeah, I thought you said. Yeah, since then I've learned a little BJ, and I was like, blowjob. What? Like,
No, Brazilian jiu-jitsu blowjob would be good though. So you can like
Since
break.
then
break
I've learned a
fuck
little
his dick up.
Brazilian butt lift.
A lot of
No.
people are.
But I think the reason he was
That's
like
good.
that, and I feel bad saying it because I wouldn't body shame anyone, but I think I told you this. His dick was insane. It was insane how it was
Circumcised?
no chode. So like the most of a chode. I'm talking.
Could you make a shape like? Yeah,
Like-
like half
Like
that
a tuna
cup?
can, or
less than half this cup? Like, hang on.
Oh, you're gonna do it with the visual with the water. I like that. No, you're lying.
No, dude,
No,
I'm telling you,
you're lying.
no,
No way.
dude, it was
That's
like
a-
3/4
Dude, that's
stack.
just a fat pussy. Like, that's not a dick. That dude has a fat pussy. That's why he became so wealthy.
Yeah, I think so.
that's where he
like
keeps his money, is his pussy.
But like, are we talking like the tip is like the head is like squashed like that? Like, how is it? I don't.
it was
You'd
like,
think you'd get some
that's-
length from the head alone.
but just not really. Like it was wider than it was long. Okay, and it's like I've been with all kinds of dicks and pussies, and I wouldn't shame anyone about their body, but it was the first time where I felt a dick, and I was like, I understand your whole personality now. That's so. Anyways, I feel like I feel like I should get an apology from this guy.
yeah,
For
Should
sure.
we
Yeah.
reach out? Do
Yeah.
you want us to reach out? To
Well, for
Yeah.
one, for trying to kill you
Yeah.
with the tiniest
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah.
You definitely gotta have a little discussion, a little chit chat about that beforehand. I feel
About the
like.
penis or the suffocating?
No, the suffocating. I feel like
Maybe
the
both,
penis.
The
honestly.
penis, you just gotta find out.
Yeah,
The penis
exactly.
speaks for
Penis-
itself.
the penis can
Which
be a surprise.
honestly, if you're
Penis
like,
talks.
The penis is like, yeah, I know I look fucked up. I know I'm not your average penis.
His
That is
penis
how
is
he
just Danny
sounded.
DeVito.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm what you might call a horrific penis.
Yeah, it's like yeah, that's so weird. It's just like a knob.
I'm like kind of a jump scare more than I am a penis.
It's like you ever
Can you
play like
see?
an
It's
like a
arcade
button.
game and
Yeah.
there's like the rolly ball.
Yeah, it was like the
thing
rolly
to,
ball.
like-
golden tea, like golden
Yeah,
tea.
yeah. It's just his penis is basically just like at Sisyphus, the sliding game. Those what's that called?
Shuffleboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a shuffleboard piece.
which is like fine, you
Yeah.
know, if he's generous about the head, you know what I'm saying? Like that's fine.
Yeah,
Damn.
you could figure it out.
Yeah.
What was the third date like?
That was the third date. That was the third date. He told me what he wanted to name his son, and then
Chode.
What was it? Yeah, what was it?
Small penis. I mean,
Small penis.
oh fuck! I don't know why I said that. Sorry, Freudian slip. What did he want to name his son?
Leonard,
What do you call him, Lenny?
after Leonard Cohen.
Oh.
Good musician.
After after Leonard Kravitz.
Bro, I have
Lenny Kravitz.
I have an apology for you. I don't think it's the magnitude of the apology that you just demanded, but when I did your show, when I did Disco Death, you were a little high on mushrooms, and I convinced you that you were being racist to Tito. I'm sorry I did that.
What kind of gaslighting?
Well, okay, so
what was your
me and
technique?
Tito,
What did
me
you
and
say?
Tito are talking, and it's like the way the room is set up is like there's not a green room. It's just like hallway and then showroom.
Well, there is upstairs, but no one wants to hang out up there.
Okay, yeah, I didn't
But
know. I didn't even know there was a green room.
But
We're in the hallway, and it's like show is like right next to us, and I'm like, you know what I'm like at shows. I'm like being kind of loud.
You're
and
a
like,
rascal.
I'm talking to Tito, and then like
Ryan the rascal call.
Pearl
I'm
comes
such a
up,
rascal.
and like she's like, "Hey, you know, you guys just gotta like,
I was
gotta
being
be
a
little,
narc,
little
but
quieter." And she's
Well, you're probably being loud, though.
Yeah.
Oh, of course,
And
of
also
course,
the
yeah.
hallway is like, it's not in
It's
the
like
back
10
of the
feet
room.
away,
It's not in
yeah,
the
yeah.
back of the room like a lot of these. It's like
I got
it's
mad
next
about-
to the
I-
stage.
yeah,
it's
you're
next
just like
to the
in
like,
there, and it's like small and it's intimate, and I just feel bad because I run the show, and I'm like, oh, these people paid
No, yeah, you-
$25.
Ryan is for sure wrong in
I
this
did that to a
situation.
bunch of comics the other night that I didn't even really know. I would show up to this bar show, and they're like kind of like cooler Manhattan comics. I don't know. That's just how I'm gonna describe them. They call things gay on stage.
sure.
You know what I mean? And I'm not really know them guys, but I go, they're being too loud at the bar show, and I go, guys, shut up. Your friends are trying to do their art. You know, I was trying to go
Good
like
for
over the
you.
top.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't think they thought it was that funny. But
Yeah.
I don't.
But it was like so loud, it was like disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
I was
have
like,
to
we're all
you have to
on the same
police it a
show.
little bit because it's going to happen at every show, no matter what. If there's comics there, and you
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
comics hanging.
So, anyways,
What happened to whispering to your comedian
anyways,
friend, this comedian sucks, in a quiet tone?
I'm better than them.
I hate them and I want them dead. Fucking do that.
Anyways, I'm doing my thing. I'm riffing around with Tito. I'm being loud as hell. Pearl comes back, and then she's like, "Hey guys."
Meanwhile,
just
also,
gotta-"
can we just say, like, your girlfriend was there just, like, quietly standing, just not smiling, like, the whole time?
Well, she was annoyed because I think she was annoyed with me for like being annoying too. But
I love that you won't like readjust to
Nope.
that. If
Nope.
like my fiance was standing there right next to me, annoyed, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna not do
Yeah,
this.
it would
thing
have
that
an
is annoying.
impact on your behavior.
No,
It
I'll
has
fix
zero
it later.
impact on
I'll
Ryan's.
fix it later, dude. Here's the thing. I break things all the time. Great at fixing them.
I used to bring my ex sometimes to like a show, and then like a comedian would come up and say something like kind of like, you know, like off colored, you know, like a just, you know, fucked up joke, you know, in a green room, and I'd be like, that's not even cool, man. Like, I don't even know why you would think that sort of thing is funny to me. And then
No,
going
dude,
up
you
to them
gotta
later and
just-
just
I-
being like, I'm so sorry, dude. Racism's actually hilarious.
If that happens,
Excuse me, my bad. Sorry for being weird in front of my girlfriend.
dude, if somebody says something like that in front of Miranda, I'm nudging her. I'm like, dude, that kind of rips. That was pretty funny. That was okay. But so, anyways, I'm like being a little loud, and then Pearl's like, hey, you know, just be cool, and then she's like looking directly at me, and I was like, well, it was Tito. Tito was like being really loud, and then she was like, all right, well, whoever it was, like, you know, just be quiet. And then Tito like left. He went somewhere, and then Pearl came back, and she was like, oh my god, did Tito like leave? And I think it was me and Mike Lester were like, yeah, dude, he said you were being like really racist. and then we were like riffing on like what Tito could have said, and I was like, yeah, dude, what did I say? I forget what I said, but I said something in some like Spanish swear word. I was like, yeah, he like said that, and then walked off. And like
Puto or something like that.
yeah, puta.
She said
And then-
puto and walked away.
And then yeah, Pearl's like on mushrooms, like
Which
"Dude, did
also
I-"
Tito, the most chill guy.
Yeah.
Like the most like I've never known him to be like a conflict guy. Just the most chill, nice dude. He's like, yeah, he actually called you a bitch in Spanish.
That's why it hurt so much. I was like, he's never had an issue with anybody. And I took more mushrooms
Tito,
than I
who
meant.
doesn't who I'm maybe speaks Spanish, never heard him speak Spanish around me. Yeah, just decided to curse you out in Spanish.
like an old Spanish woman would do. Not like
And then he leaves.
yeah, and then, well, he did leave. I think he was taking Armand to like the Don't
Yeah,
Tell
he
show.
left, and I
Yeah.
felt bad. And I felt bad, like, until I saw him later that night at CCU. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
But then you were
You're
still
crying.
doing it. Ryan was still saying that you were racist because
Oh,
this
at
is where
CCU, yeah. Well, then it's funny because now Pearl's like probably not as much on mushrooms, and also like has probably talked to Tito. So then, yeah, then it's
Then,
just funny.
yeah.
I think, yeah.
Dude,
But I did.
a
I took-
guy who's just a guy who's 3 beers in versus like someone on mushrooms is such a funny. Like you can't.
Also, yeah.
It was funny
Yeah,
because
there's no connection points.
I took more mushrooms than I meant to take, and then they hit me really hard, and I was like, it was my show, and I was hosting the show, and I was getting like the rainbow lines on everything, and I was like, I was at that point where you're like, oh, time is just now, you know, like this is just the present moment, everything collapses, and the fucking like the comedy writer from the Star Tribune was there, and like
there's like an empty table, and you're like, how long have you guys been together? And you're just talking to nobody.
Dude, I was like, oh my god,
like,
everyone's
this guy's face is squiggly. Am I right? Whoa, this guy's shirt is like so smart. Has anyone?
I was like talking to
His
people
shirt's
when
a
I finally
genius.
did my fucking set. I was like riffing about the temperature differences in the air. I was like, this
From
feels so
here to here.
Yeah, this feels so good. And I kept going up to the back to all the comics like you and Ben and Mike, and I was like, I don't know, guys, I think I took too many mushrooms, and everyone was so supportive. They're like, no, you're fine. I'm like, I don't know, because I like how sweaty my hands are. It feels amazing. And they were like, no, you're fine, except for you. Yeah. You were the only one who was like, no, but you said something so fucked up to Tito, dude. You're so
Just
racist.
remember you're bad.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I wouldn't even worry about being high on mushrooms right now. I would worry about how racist you were to Tito.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Remember that you're racist. The worst thing a person can be
the worst thing a
ever.
white person could be.
And that you can't change it.
It's just
You've
in your
already
heart.
said, you already told Tito he needs to be quiet.
I'm
because
thinking
he's-
about my whole like ancestry and my relatives going into the
There's
Confederacy. I'm
a
like,
journalist in the fucking crowd.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a scoop for you, mister.
Extra. Pearl called Tito a loud Mexican.
Says he needs to move back to wherever the fuck he came from.
And I think you said something like
Drug
that. You were like,
addict. Pearl, known drug addict comedian.
Strung out on who knows what.
but I was asking myself those questions because you were like, Tito said that like you said like Mexicans are too loud or something. I was like, in my head, I was like, do I think they're loud? I was like, I went to a Mexican wedding this summer. It was loud.
That's fucking funny, dude. So yeah, I'm sorry I did that, but in my defense, do you think it was pretty funny bit?
It was a funny bit, and I feel like you're gonna do it again.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
I don't learn from like.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I've learned about myself, it's that I don't learn lessons.
I remember one
big
time,
of you.
like me and Ryan. Yeah, Ryan likes messing. I remember I was having like we were doing a road gig and I was having like bad diarrhea before the show, and he kept trying to like break into the stall. It was like you kept like jumping up and look, and I was like, don't look. I was like, don't look at me. I was like,
you're so aggressive in like people's vulnerable moments.
Yes.
I cannot imagine what it's gonna be like when you become
I'm
a
like,
father.
Oh,
like
I
ate some weird like gas station food, had a coffee. I'm in a bathroom stall. I like stink. I'm sweaty. I'm having active diarrhea.
And I was there for you, Tommy.
And Ryan's just trying to get closer to you.
And Ryan's like, yeah, you're just like, yo, dude, what if I was on stage? I don't even know.
Trying to do bits.
Yeah, running a bit by you.
Probably running a bit past Tommy while he has diarrhea. Dude, I did.
Dude, remember we were both washing our hands in that bathroom? I don't know what gig we were doing, but I like turn over and your penis is just through your. It's just like.
Dude,
through
you guys
your
are
zipper.
so gross. Like, just fucking hold hands and snuggle the way you guys try and be close to each
just
other.
Tell me you love. Just yeah.
Do you know how many guy friends though I
dude.
have? How many guy friends I have that have like hung out while one of them was shitting?
Yeah.
It's like it's a few.
I went through.
I would say like most guys have
Yeah.
done that with some guy, not
Yeah.
like together.
Here's the thing, dude. Women always
jerked off with my friends growing up, like
Yeah.
when we were in like
Well, that's- yeah.
sixth grade or something like that. Like we would be at like a sleepover.
That is
we'd, like-
that's very common, but I never did that.
I didn't either.
I've
I've
always-
know, and
I've
you
always
know-
been
you know-
straight, brother.
I know, but you know,
so
dude,
straight.
that's just you just didn't have homies like I had homies.
dude,
No, there was no.
I was in a tight knit group, man. We were
Tommy, don't pretend to know me. They asked. They asked me, and I said no.
There was one time when we were like, we were watching one of the American Pie movies or something that was supposed to make teenagers horny, basically. And there was three of us, and we were in like an unfinished basement, and one of the guys just like goes up and he's sitting on the stairs, and I'm just like, what are you doing, man? He's like, oh, I'm just gonna jerk off right here real quick. And me and the other guy were just like, no, stop. Like,
Don't do that.
so
I'm
I
gonna
just
jerk off right in front of you guys. And it's like, why not?
Yeah,
You
you have
don't
the
know what like
decency to go
sexual
up the
assault is when you're a kid.
it's like I'm just gonna take care of this. It was like a chore. It was like it was like taking a shit basically is the way he kind of like, and so I just want to put it out there that was also you didn't have to just start jerking off.
Dude, that's
there
the
was
thing.
also.
We were all consensually jerking off under the blanket in separate
I have no
blankets
problem
in different
with
parts
that.
of the basement.
You were pigs in a blanket, dude.
We were just little pigs in a
People,
blanket.
women always say men have like shallow relationships compared to the relationships that women have with each other, but I don't think that's true because again, like, dude, I'll be there with my boy when he's shitting. I went through a phase where I was just sending just my balls would be out. I'd send pictures of that. That was a deep relationship.
I have a Polaroid hung. It's in
Grant's
it's
penis. Yeah.
in my bookshelf of Grant's balls. I have a yeah. Also,
It's in your little memory box.
yeah. Also, a few months ago, I had a girl over or whatever in my apartment, and she was looking through my books, and she could have found that,
She did.
and then I would have had to
get so
explain to her that's
aroused
my
too,
friend's.
and like, look at these balls.
Why don't yours
Yeah.
look like this, Tommy?
Because
Why
it's
do his
in
have
between-
hair
It's
on
in my
them?
bookshelf. It's just like in between like a couple books of mine, and I know what books it's in between.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she could this. Oh boy.
She's like looking at the
No,
picture.
it's not my. I don't have a picture of my balls. It's
Yeah.
my friends. We have a
yeah,
podcast together.
She's
It's
looking.
fine.
She's looking at the picture. She's like, "These don't look like your balls. These balls are further from your body than yours are. Yours are like up in there. Yours are."
Yeah. What if she was like, these are Grant's balls?
She smells. She smells the photograph.
Scratching
These
surf.
look like
Yeah.
Grant Winkle's balls.
Yeah.
How do you know him?
Dude, I did.
She doesn't know we have a podcast together, but she knows me. And
Yeah,
you.
knows what your balls look like.
Dude, speaking of Grant's penis, I did stand up junior Saturday, which is a stand up comedy show for children, and
I hated that segue, Ryan. I hated it so much. I'm sorry.
dude, it ripped. Have you guys done stand up junior?
Yeah.
You have?
It's
Have you?
fun.
I'm
Yeah,
nervous.
dude,
I feel
I'm flying back. I'm getting my stand-up junior tape.
Honestly, they are like good tapes because it's a different side of you
Well,
for
dude,
sure.
we did it in Hudson, so we didn't get. It wasn't at Sisyphus.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
you
it
did
was
stand-up
like,
junior Hudson. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, we're taking it on the road now. But
It's like don't tell.
dude,
Dude, it honestly could be.
I was
It's
so
a banger of an idea.
You get so nervous,
Yeah.
but then I just went up and I was like, I opened by being like, well, Ellie like did a good job bringing me up. She was like, this next guy's a little rascal. You're gonna love him. I don't think he's ever even met children. So I went up and I was just like, he hasn't even met a child. And I went up and I was just like, yeah, it's always been a big dream of mine to meet children. So this is exciting. And then I was like looking at the kids because the kids are like right down there. And I'm just like, yo, y'all ever think about how freaking old your parents are? Dude? And they were going crazy. And then I was like, I'm 30 years old. That's crazy. When I was a kid, we didn't have iPads. We didn't even go to school. We worked at factories, and now I own that factory. And I was like, who wants to quit going to school? Boo, school, boo, and come work for me at my factory. Yeah, and then, dude, and then some of the
Recruiting
kids,
child.
some of the kids started booing me. I was like, no, don't boo me. I'll pay you guys in V-Bucks. Come on. I was like, we're gonna make military grade asbestos at my factory. We just need to get rid of some of these pesky labor laws so you guys can start making some scratch.
Were the parents laughing?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it was fun, man. It was so. Also,
Yeah, I had
so
a really
funny.
good time when I did it.
she had a French clown, like a classically trained clown, come in, and she was like doing like this.
A classic.
Oh, yeah, I know
he went
them,
to
Madeline.
Juilliard.
She's hilarious.
That's
super
it.
fucking funny.
God
Is she-
damn, she's
Hilarious.
funny. Madeline Rowe.
Okay, yeah,
Really funny, dude. Really fucking funny. Like just, I don't know. It was so good. It was. I'm sure the kids when they left, they were like, "I likes the clown." You know,
Yeah.
like, everyone. I don't know.
I
it
have
was
mad
fun.
respect for clowning. I took their workshop a couple times.
Whose workshop?
Madeline's.
Oh, okay.
It was
It's
brutal.
hard, right?
It was so hard. Like my
Yeah.
whole thing is I don't make eye contact enough.
Okay.
And you have to like acknowledge when you're flopping. So you like go up in front of the class.
What,
and you
wait, what's flopping? Sorry.
just you're in your flopper. It's not funny. People don't like it. So like
bombing.
bombing.
You're
Yeah, you're
as a
bombing.
clown?
Yeah, clowns call it flopping.
Oh, the clown bomb.
They call it
has gotta
flopping
be
because it's
even-
like wah wah wah. Like that happens when something doesn't land.
Yeah, they play a slide
Like
whistle.
their flower
Flops.
goes flaccid.
Yeah. But you like go up there and you're trying to be funny without relying on words too much, which sucks for stand-ups. And then as soon as people stop laughing, Madeline stops you. And Madeline's the nicest person in the world. And they're just like, all right, now Pearl, like, are we loving it? You're just like, no. And they're like, so
That's
do something
brutal.
else. And it's like, damn, dude.
Who are you
Damn.
performing for in this?
The rest of the class.
Okay, all right.
Did you guys ever see that
She's
video?
like doing the "Are you rushing or are you dragging?"
yeah.
like
Throws a
whiplash
fake-
thing.
throws
She's
a
like, "Are you
fake chair at
flopping
your
or are you loving?"
Yeah, you have to dodge the imaginary
Pearl,
chair.
Pearl, now were you flopping or were you or are we loving?
Yeah.
You're like, I was flopping.
They should make a drama
Yeah.
about clown school.
She's like,
Yeah.
someone else. Get someone else out here.
Yeah, Chuck's like 1,000 tissues at you that come out of the sleeve.
Dude, squirt you with a little flower water thing. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that video of
That's such a good idea, actually. Just remake Whiplash, but with
Clown,
clowns.
at clown school.
Dude, did you guys ever see that the video of like Hillary Clinton and Chelsea Clinton interviewing this French clown, and they're like, so what's it like? How's it harder to be a woman as a who's clowning than like a man? And he's just like, well, you say, you know, if you're a man and you come home, and if you're a woman, you come home, you have a dirty clown suit, maybe your father, love you, But if you're a man, maybe your daddy love you, And Hillary, and then it cuts to Hillary and Chelsea, and they're both just like, like nodding, like, yeah, no, that makes sense. It's so good.
I know clowning was really big in like the LA community,
Yeah.
like stand-up scene.
Damn.
There was like a few years ago, there was a whole like thing about like, just getting away from words and just doing.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like
It was
has like clown vibes. Do you guys know? Was she ever
Yeah.
a clown, or is that just like?
I think she just has Marfan syndrome.
Dude.
I hate that you said what I was thinking. I hate that.
You made that bad for everyone. Like,
That's
I
so
am.
funny, dude. That rocks.
because now it's fucked up. Now it's fucked up that I thought she was a clown.
Oh, I'm like sweating. I'm just like, that's what you made me do with Tito too. It's like I get the fucking white woman worried I was racist sweats, which is like a certain kind.
Here's the thing: you work enough blue collar jobs, that shit rolls right away, brother.
Yeah.
You go. No, you can just say
You
that.
go, am I racist? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I actually don't fucking care.
All right. Well, I think I'm a good person. I didn't know I was being racist, so I don't care.
But here's how
I can't be racist. I'm tired from my job. That's the only emotion that I. How am I racist? I'm sleepy right now.
Meanwhile, he 100% knows that was racist.
No, but I will say waiting tables kind of did teach me that. Where like first job I got waiting tables was at this like poor man's knockoff Hooters in Baltimore.
Okay.
And I remember one of my
Called boobs.
it was called Terps.
Terps?
Terps.
It's called tits.
How do you spell that?
Tits and ass.
This one was spelled weird. Well, it's because
It's the Maryland Terps.
yeah, the
right?
Maryland Terps.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But it was just a bunch of like 20-year-olds wearing like shitty tank tops.
Okay.
And I was one of them, and there was a more seasoned server.
Sounds
and,
terrible.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Sounds like something I would hate. Where? I'm sorry.
But
Could you send some more? Could you send me some information about this place so I could avoid it, please?
But
So
I
I could
was
stay away. Okay, sorry.
Tommy works at a similar restaurant. It's called Twerps. It's where children wear.
It's called Twerps and Twinks.
I'm sorry.
No. But
Sorry.
I'm worried about saying this on the podcast because I'll be honest, I'm pretty high and I'm like I'm embarrassed if anyone sees me say this. But so I grew up in Minnesota, in Baltimore in college, and one of my coworkers, she happens to be black.
Okay.
And there's
Why are you whispering?
because I'm high and I'm worried that I'm
Yeah.
gonna sound racist. She happens to be black. There's a table of customers who are all black, and she turned to me and she's like, I don't want to take this ghetto ass table, you take them. And I was like, okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah, because you can't say I don't want to either.
But then the next job I like when I quit that job because the owner was definitely sexually harassing all of us. I went down the street.
What?
Not at
Terps. Yeah, not at Terps. A reputable establishment such as Terps.
That's
Were they made you wear tank tops? No.
How would you? But then, so I got a job down the street at this Afghani place that at the time was owned by the half brother of the former president of Afghanistan, who was the president at the time.
Osama bin Laden?
Yes. Yes, Ryan.
Woo!
We have compromised and killed Osama bin Laden,
The vice
half
president.
brother who owns a restaurant in Baltimore.
That restaurant's for sale now.
No, it was Karzai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaim Karzai owns it. So his brother was president of Afghanistan, and I worked there, and his cousins all worked there. And I remember when like a table of Afghani people came in and they complained about the portions and all this stuff. And my manager, who's Afghani, told me, he was like, go up to that table and tell them we don't serve any Afghani people here. And I was like, I'm so confused. And then I will say over the years working at restaurants, like you become racist. You're like, oh, these Italians are bad tippers. Like these Pakistanis are bad tippers. Oh, British people are bad tippers.
I think
Any
there's
foreign
like
person,
foreign
yeah.
people. Foreign people are bad tippers. Okay?
They don't know
and
I'm going to say they do know. They just don't fucking do it.
But no, foreign people sometimes overcompensate though tipping the same way I've seen black people overcompensate tipping. I've seen black people. I've waited on black people who tip egregiously.
Yep.
That I did not give great service because I'm sleepy and
I've been trying to reverse that stereotype
because of the stereotype.
myself.
But also, I will say
sorry.
No, you say. You say.
No, I've had black coworkers come up to me and go like, "Hey, if it's a raw seafood dish, like explain that to like black patrons." And I looked them in the eye and I went, "You're fucking out of your mind. I'm not doing that." Like you can if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm going to be chill. Okay.
Why is that a thing that they recommend?
Stereotype.
Oh, okay. They're just not going to know.
Stereotype, something that's not true all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Just restaurant. Yeah. There's just industry restaurant stereotypes.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it to get caught up in it because the consequences are so high.
Yeah. What if they say, "Yeah, dude, I know it's not fucking wrong. I'm not an idiot."
Then you go, "Good, I'm sorry."
Well, but
You're
then
like,
you could be
my
like,
black coworker told me to say that, which that doesn't sound great either. You know, like.
Okay, but can I say something fucked up?
Yeah.
You're like, please, this is our podcast. Please, let's get it on the record.
Yeah, we're recording this. Yes.
Yeah.
But I kind of anytime if I did get a bad tip or no tip from customers who happen to be black, that's fine. I was like, we don't even have reparations in this country. I'm not mad about it. Just take
that's the ultimate white woman racism. Be like, it's okay.
Actually,
okay.
thank you because
me.
I wanted to give back.
Yeah, it's okay that this person was an asshole to me.
It's okay that you're an asshole to me.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
No, but I feel like waiting tables will make you. I've seen people get so racist towards pretty much every race where I'm just like, okay. Well,
it's a restaurant. It's a lot of different types of people working together, making no money. They're going to be.
Well, you can also it doesn't just cut one way either, because sometimes when you go into as a white person, when you go into a non-white restaurant, you can feel a little bit of a different vibe as well too. I'm not saying that's not even like
Grant
a bad
said-
thing.
Grant
You go into the Jamaican jerk chicken place in my neighborhood.
dude,
You're the only white guy.
Yes, I
And you're
felt
like,
that a little
what's
bit.
Grant said he doesn't tip when he goes to those places.
Grant always says that.
When
to
in
me.
Rome.
Grant always texts that to me.
Like every couple days.
I just have I have it copy and pasted over from my notes app just because I'm
Dude,
sick
I
of
got a
typing
big
it out.
apology to demand. They, how much time do we have?
Oh wait,
Dude,
real quick. If you haven't seen it, go watch the video of John Cena announcing to a full SmackDown that Osama bin Laden
Osama
got
bin
killed.
Laden's half brother who owns the restaurant was compromised and assassinated.
I was put on that video in the last couple of years, so I don't know if you guys have seen it.
I bet it's crazy.
He gets the info and gets to announce it like on SmackDown.
That's so sick.
From the ring.
Were you guys
and
pumped
it's
when
fucking
Osama bin
epic.
Laden was killed?
No, I don't really
Yeah,
even
of
remember
course.
it.
I remember I think I made a Facebook post like, hell yeah, dude. I think I was so hyped. It was like, the only time I was that excited when I was a kid was like when the Broncos won the Super Bowl.
I
It was
barely
like,
even remember it. It didn't register to me.
I was so hyped, dude.
I read this book called The Looming Tower that was like about the road to 9/11.
Yeah.
'cause, like,
Was that
one-
Stephen King wrote that?
Yeah, the road.
Also, I don't think they took a road
No,
there.
they made a
It's
bad.
It's Jack Kerouac on the road to 9/11.
No, they made a bad like Hulu show out of it though,
Okay.
starring I forget, not Jeff Bridges, but the guy who looks kind of like him.
Starring the kings of comedy. Steve Harvey. Cedric the Entertainer.
Bernie Mac, R.I.P. No, but in the book they kind of made Osama like a sympathetic character.
Really?
Yeah, and I was kind of like, oh, he's like was raised by a single mom because his dad had all these kids.
Wasn't he rich
know,
though? He grew
His
up
dad
rich,
was
right?
rich, but
Yeah.
like apparently he didn't grow up super fancy, and he's kind of like a quiet kid, and that's why he was seen as having like
Not-
this strength about him.
He was misunderstood, so he did 9/11.
Yeah, not. Yeah,
All of his neighbors are like, he
Not
was
them
really
doing
quiet.
Yeah, he was acting out.
he did terrorism because he was sad.
Yeah, because he was like a Scorpio.
I mean, he
sun.
was right. He
Yeah.
was
Well, but-
probably
yeah,
right
no,
to do
because
9/11.
after-
right?
Dude, he was like 6'8".
Yeah.
He should
Yeah,
have
he
been
was-
fucking hooping, man.
After
If I-
Should have put some of that terrorist energy into hooping, dude.
Apparently he loved
if
horses.
If I
though.
could go back in time, I would go to.
Horses.
He was a horse girl. He was a big horse girl because it was like a thing where like if you're really
was a horse
strict about the Quran, like you don't have. I'm gonna misquote this and get in trouble, but you don't like have images of like things that God created, so you're not gonna have like all this shit around your house like
Sure.
manga or something.
Sure.
But apparently he did have hentai on his computer.
That's what I
forget.
heard.
But also he had a lot of horse stuff
Nice.
around
That's
his
sweet.
his cave.
Anyways, rest in peace.
All right, rest in
Oh,
power,
shit.
Osama bin Laden,
Introverted
Ruth Bader
horse
Ginsburg,
girl.
Osama bin Laden.
Known introvert Osama bin Laden died today.
Wait,
you know?
that's what we're
quiet.
ending on. This is fuck.
Known gifted
Yeah, do you
and
have any
quiet
shows
kid.
you want to?
Wait, I wanted to dig myself out of this hole.
No, we're out of time, dude.
All right. Okay.
No, Osama bin Laden's he's just kind of like an emo boy that I fell in love with.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did have big tits for a while too. He was a big titty emo boy.
Yeah, Osama bin Laden was like, he was like he was like a theater kid.
He was.
Constructing like a
Pearl's
whole
so
new
worried.
narrative.
We're okay. Well, how do you want to dig out of this, Pearl?
I don't
What's your
know.
plan?
You
What's your
didn't
plot?
you haven't said anything bad.
There-
You're
there-
okay.
Yeah.
I know there was a time, like in the last couple of months after Israel invaded Gaza, that he wrote like an open letter, and it was going viral because it was basically talking about like why the Muslim world is standing up to like colonization. Osama bin Laden, and like it was going viral
yeah.
on TikTok, and a bunch of Gen Z kids were like, "Yo, Osama is like."
Oh yeah, I remember
know,
that. Yeah.
I mean, genuinely-
Osama is kind of based now.
It does-
and it's like,
Yeah.
but like the letter, it's like, yeah, he's making some good points. I mean, maybe don't kill 3,000 people, and people might be more inclined to like.
Yeah, but no one's gonna listen otherwise. Like I don't know. I get.
Yeah,
I think
Dude,
9/11
comeback
was
story,
fairly
Osama bin
bad,
Laden.
but
9/11 was
Interesting
bad, but there's
character
a
arc.
I mean, he did have an
He's an
interesting character
anti-hero.
arc. He also had Addison's disease.
what's that?
It's some disease that makes you like extra fragile. So there was this like
I got Radisson's disease. I can't stop staying at the Radisson hotels. I don't know what. That was not worth interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that was good. But he had like Addison's disease, so there was like these moments where like they're getting bombed by I fucking forget who, but there's a bunch of bombs, and his like doctor helper guy is like trying to give him like saline injections with like bombs dropping around them, and like the needle keeps falling out of his arm, and he's just like this weird, frail, quiet guy.
He was like their
But he
Kurt
was-
Cobain.
He was, yeah, he had kind
He
of.
was like the Kurt Cobain of the Arab world. of the
They both wore dresses.
Elliott Smith.
Fucking
Yeah.
had long hair.
Sorry, I keep nudging this fucking cord. That's my
And he was 6'8".
And he's 6'8".
And
I bet he had a hog, dude.
Oh,
I bet Osama,
yeah.
big dick Osama, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had this old coworker at Broder's, this like really shitty German-owned Italian restaurant over by Edina, and who's like,
I used to love going there in high school.
Don't people say that
Dude.
that's like a good restaurant though, or is it?
It's good.
No,
It's the pizza's
dude.
bomb.
No, it's like, I mean, the Alfredo's okay, but it's like all they can do is like the cheesy stuff, and they put fruit in way too much shit.
Yeah,
They're putting like
facts.
cherry.
Pasta?
Yeah, it's fucked up. And
I,
like
don't,
the
I
old
just had their
people love
slice,
it.
their pizza.
Their pizza's fine. Yeah, and like
It's
the
fine.
Alfredo's fine, but shit, what was I just saying?
You
worked
worked
there.
there.
Oh yeah, I
Big
worked
dick.
there. Big dick. Oh yeah, I had this coworker Rocky, who's this like old gay dude who's like 70, and he'd worked there for like 30 years. Wow. And he told me the year that he got caught cheating on his wife, and so he came out, he had sex with 1,000 guys that year. He said 1,000 in one fucking year. He was like, I was cruising the parks all the time. I fucked so many dudes. And he's like, yeah, I've fucked so many guys, but now he just like remodels bathrooms and he's married and stuff.
And he's got a big dick.
Well, he would just come up to me like every shift. We're at the computers, and he's like, bar 17, he's got a big one. Like I can tell.
Damn.
You could just
He
like
had,
tell
like-
by
He
by
had like
looking at
That's about that's
ESP.
2.7 guys a day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. How are you gonna have
Did
sex
you
with
do the
a
math?
0.7 of a guy? Is he fucking children? I don't know why I said that.
2.7. So he was averaging almost 3 guys a day.
Yeah.
Ryan, that's almost as
Wow.
much as you.
Yeah. Almost.
Oh.
Almost, brother.
Hey,
Yay.
And you know what? You know what? If I was gay, I would be the best at it, dude. I would be the best.
I would be
gay
the Michael
man.
Jordan.
Yeah.
What is it? Is Wilt Chamberlain had sex with like 20,000 women or something?
Probably.
You guys heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, just like his 100-point game, I want to see the footage on that.
20,000.
Okay, he also scored 100 points in a game, but there's no footage on it. There's just a picture of him holding 100. Okay, so I'd like to see the footage on all those women.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's
saying
a
this.
basketball joke. Basketball listeners will appreciate that.
Wilt the Stilt. Dude, he's scary looking. Like, just his proportions.
Dude, he was so he was a 7 feet tall and was like a point guard. No, he was unstoppable in the late 60s, 70s. It was incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I thought this old gay dude could look at Osama and tell us for sure.
You think
but,
so?
But I
This
think he
guy
would say big dick.
Sounds
I think he
fucking
would.
cool as hell, honestly.
Yeah. Also, if you're his wife, it's just like, hey, where are you going? Hey, I don't know. I just have a hunch that you might be having sex with a lot of guys.
Like 3
considering
guys a
the
day.
sheer-
Would he
considering
ever-
the sheer number of it going on.
dude, that's crazy. Like to be that gay, where you're just like the kid from what's the movie with Bruce Willis?
Unbreakable.
No, where he sees dead people, but he just sees big dicks. You know, like he's just like, yeah, that's I can tell.
Because like at
Yeah.
that point, that does have to be intrusive in your life. Like where it's like, that's trying to like hide smoking from somebody
Yeah.
you live with. Like
To be
there
fair, though-
must have been some errant cum somewhere at some
To be
point that
fair,
his
though,
wife saw and was
Also,
just like,
Janice
yeah.
called. Janice called, and she said that you're like living at the park.
Dude, I think I might be the straight
What's going
guy.
on with that?
I think I might be the straight guy equivalent of that guy because I can always tell if a chick has big tits. I can always tell just from looking at them if they're big tits or not. You know. I'm gonna write that down.
That's great.
all right.
All right, should we get out of here?
Wrap up on that.
Guys, go follow Pearl on Twitter. She has a really funny Twitter account.
Oh, don't. I'm so mentally ill on
who
there.
just followed you that you posted?
Oh yeah, you were being horny about.
Oh
some,
yeah, I was thirsting over Dave Foley
Oh,
because of
yeah.
the new season of Fargo where he has the eye patch, and then he tweeted back
You know
at
he
me.
can, but I don't. He can see that tweet that you posted.
Yeah, he did. He commented, and then he followed me back, and then he said, "When's our wedding?"
Ooh.
God damn.
And I was like, maybe this
Ooh.
is the direction I'm gonna pivot.
That-
you know,
This is an interesting arc for Pearl. Let's
You
see.
found a new
Let's
type
see
of
if
rich
she can,
man today.
this actually sounds
Let's
like
see if she can
yeah.
bag Foley.
no, because I'm in my 30s, and this is peak time to like be someone's like third and final wife.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I want to bag a rich dude in his
Yeah.
60s, like this is it.
and
Yeah.
he's probably
This is
still
the time.
got cum. You know, he can get you all knocked up.
What's
and
the
shit.
oldest guy you've ever
We'll
had
have to
sex with?
extract it from like a well-paid scientist, but that's fine.
What's the oldest guy you've ever had sex with?
They're
Answer.
gonna do Jurassic Park to your
My
pussy.
problem, see,
Answer
here's-
now.
My problem is it's like my age. Like the oldest guy I've ever had sex with is my third COVID boyfriend, who's like not even 4 years older than me, and I'm like, oh, you're about to die, and he's like not even 40.
He's like, our birthdays are 6 months apart. Like, I don't know.
What about you, Tommy? What's the old? Let's go around. Tommy, what's the oldest person you've ever had sex with?
37.
Grant?
I don't know. Probably like 35 or something.
Okay. The oldest woman I ever had sex with
How
was
old were you, though?
107 years old. And she immediately exploded. I had sex and she exploded into dust. Anyways, that's the episode.
Wait,
you guys got anything to
Pearl,
promote?
you got Disco Death coming up?
Oh yeah, fuck! I got another one of those fucking shows that I love to host. I love this show. Please come out. It's gonna be either the first or third Friday in February, or it'll be the first or second.
Okay.
Usually it's the second Friday of every month.
And
usually.
You guys, it's at some point in February.
The record
Go
store. It's
Yeah.
called Disco
Follow,
Death.
Yeah.
Rose, Pearl Rose. Thank you for everyone who came out to High Side.
Oh,
on
yeah. How was
Friday.
that?
Dude was sick. Not
Nice.
gonna lie. Yeah. What? And then I'm gonna be in Minneapolis in April.
Nice.
Co-headlining Sisyphus with Max Fine.
Oh, nice,
That'll be
dude.
fun.
Hell yeah.
So I'm bringing Max Fine. Do you guys know Max
Do they
Fine?
know that's where is this
Yeah.
where you always shoot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why were
I,
they were they?
Yeah, this podcast is brought to you by Sisyphus Brewing, as always.
Kids drink free.
Kids
yeah,
drink free.
I know
drink
Max
and drive
Fine.
home. You know how we do it here.
You do have to bring the cups back, though, the same night.
That's right. You can take a cup. You can take a beer to go and to drive.
Yes.
For your
but-
child.
Yeah, for your
For your
child,
kid
your
on the way.
spouse.
For your
And you.
kid.
Yes, and yourself.
And you. And yourself.
And
But you'd have to bring it back. That's right.
I'm going to be
Cool.
hosting the Mike Racine weekend here at Sisyphus
Hell
at the
yeah.
end of January.
yeah.
The 20, I think it's the 26th and 27th. So
Known,
come on out to that.
known Muslim Mike Racine.
Yes.
I'll be headlining in.
known Palestinian Mike Racine. He's not Italian anymore. He
He's
is
converted.
Palestinian. He did convert. He is a part of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Nice.
You can ask him. He will attest to this.
Nice. I'll be headlining. I just looked at it. This Saturday in Baraboo, Wisconsin. I don't know
Yes.
where the fuck I'm at, but
Hell yes.
You
Look, go
made it.
find your boy. I'm bringing Tia and Andy. I think that's going to be a fun show.
Nice. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Write in those. Oh, we didn't read an apology this week,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we'll read one next week. Write in those apologies. We'll get to that.
WeCoolPodcast.com.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Goodbye,
Thanks.
you motherfuckers.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
listening.
All right.
I don't know why I took my headphones off.